Here's one of our Copedochromis, Cyaneus, Zimbawe rock growout / for sale tanks. Just call them Cyaneus for short. Zimbawe rocks is just a collection point where they collect them in the wild. But this is a very rare species of hap, currently in the hobby. This is the first time I've had them. I got these as like one of the juveniles a few months ago, so they've grown quite a bit since then. But they definitely turned out a lot nicer than I was expecting. They over the last 2 weeks, about 10 males have just started calling up like crazy out of nowhere. There's 3 or 4 really dominant males right now. I'll show you those in a minute, and then quite a few subdominant males that are starting to have a good amount of blue coming in. But yeah, bigger males are definitely very hard to find right now, especially captive bred ones in the US. I think the only way to really get bigger males like the ones I have in here is importing them from Europe. But I'll show you some of the nice males right now. Here's the most dominant, really striking blue and white in them. The white in the fin tips, and then basically a blaze on top of their head. That blaze will get even bigger. That male has just blown up in color over the last 2 weeks. He looked like that before. Still pretty good color, but yeah, out of nowhere, a lot of the males just start coloring up really nice. Here's another nice one. That guy's really nice too. Really nice fins on him. But kind of a unique shape to them. They're in the Copedochromis family, so related to species like Azorus, Borlei, and plenty of others. There's a ton of Copedochromis, but I haven't personally seen them really in the hobby before. I'm sure they're out there. Just one of those species where it's hard to get your hands on them. So I think they're just starting to become a little more, how do you say, findable. I know there's a better word for it, but you're able to sourceable, where you can find somebody who's got them. But definitely a rare species. I don't really see any males in show tanks, just because they haven't been enough of them in the hobby for most breeders to sell them. So should be to the point now where myself at least will have males available. I've experimented mixing them with all male tanks, and they do surprisingly well. I thought they were going to be kind of passive, like some other species, like the ivory heads, like the Virginalis gold, species like that. These guys have kind of a similar shape to them, so I was thinking they'd kind of have a similar temperament, but these guys hold their own pretty well, it seems. They've got a very small mouth too, I've noticed. It hasn't gotten bigger since they were smaller. It's just stayed really small, similar to some other Copedochromis. But they're currently being fed our juvie food. It's perfect size for them. Normally fish the size we get our adult, but their mouths are really tiny. But the females are the ones that are gray, not much color at all. And I'll zoom out. You can see any with blue are males, whether they're subdominant or dominant. There's the little males back there. There's a decent male. Another male. This guy right here is on the website for sale. By the time you see this video, he may already be sold. So, but just since this is a newer species and not many people know about him, I figured I'd do a video. So in the future, when I've got males available on the site, I've got a picture on there. But if you wanted to see a video of them and get a better idea of how they look, and some other things about them, I figured this would be a good video to do. This guy right here is really nice, man. Really nice. And they've got some of them have a black spot at the base of the tail too, which is pretty cool. Like that there, you see it? Seems like the females really don't have much of a spot, but the males, they've all got that spot until they color up. He's got it there too. They may retain that. I've only, before I got this batch to grow up, I've gotten a few bigger males. I think only like 3 or 4 at this point that I sold. But I really couldn't tell if those all had that spot to them. But another cool little feature about them. But that's about it. Do a quick little show of the whole tank real quick, showing them all one last time. But if you got any questions about them, let me know. I'll be selling probably all these, and then getting another batch to grow out to take their place. But yeah, if you're looking for these and I don't have them, maybe hard for you to source them unless you get juvies. I'm sure a lot of people have juvies compared to males. Once they become a little more popular, people will find them. But I think that is about it. One last shot to the males. This guy's fins are incredible. That blaze is going to get even bigger as they grow and mature. And I haven't bred them yet, so I'm still new to their breeding behavior, how many they hold. I'm assuming with the small mouths, they're not going to have many. I'm wondering if they'll be like the Gertzie. If you've heard of those, seen those, they're a really rare species that you won't be able to find in the hobby, really. Not many people breeding those, but those, I've stripped them before from a colony we had, and they had huge eggs, and they only ever had like, even an adult female had like 10 at most in her mouth, which is crazy. But the eggs are big, so the fry ended up being really big. So I'm curious if these will be like kind of like the same with that aspect. But I'm sure I'll have some breed before I end up selling them all. I may have already had a female or two holding, but since their mouth is so small, I'm sure it was hard to tell. But yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you like the species. Let me know if you got any questions down in the comments below. Or if you're looking for one, reach out to me. I can tell you when I'll have more on the website if you don't see one already, but just keep checking the website. I'm sure I'll have one before long. There's quite a few males, so once all the males are sold, at that point I'll be out. But until then, over the next few weeks, months, I should have males available. But yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching.